Hello, this is Corinne Woodward Wasson, and I am here with you today for Home Sweet Home, Arizona, Cacti and Succulents. This is our first class, and we're talking about prickly pear. Specifically, we're talking about this prickly pear. This is a Santa Rita. You've seen these around town, I'm sure. Any part of the south, you know, they grow really well in Texas. They grow really well in California. They get kind of attacked by the heat sometimes, so big shifts from hot to cold can really change the color of their pads. This is a new pad over here on the side, this purple one, and you can tell because all of these will become spines, and right now they're these little soft babies. And here you can see that they have become hard, and a lot of these have fallen off. These little tiny spines, these little collections in this base right here, this is called a glochid or a glochid. You can see on the side that all those little soft friends, like these, become long leaves. The spines on a prickly pear are its leaves, and then you get these little tiny guys that will get into your skin and will be a horrible thing. So make sure that if you're collecting prickly pear pads, you have tongs and gloves on, and put them in the back of your car. I think it is fair game to pick up any prickly pear pad that's on the ground if it's not on private property, if you need some more prickly pear at your house. Right now we're going to draw. So we've done some playing, we've talked about color and how to mix color, and how to bring color over from your palette, mix on your palette, and transfer it to your paper, take direct colors and put them on your paper. And now we're going to do a quick drawing. And it's not going to be super quick, it's going to be a good drawing. Let me see, I have a 2B in my hand, but the top of it is not the best. The point on it, and I'm looking around and I'm not seeing my sharpener. So let's actually go to a 4B for myself because it's going to show up on the camera better. But if you are at home drawing, draw with something more in the middle, like an HB or a 2B or even a 2H if you want to make really light marks. I think right here, compositionally, this is going to be where we want people to come in, right? We want people to flow in right along here. So you kind of want to decide, do I want to zoom in a bit? Do I want more background back here? There's a little bit of bougainvillea. There's some palm trees over here. So you can really play with your scale. You could pull everything down and have tons of blue sky up above you. You can think about your rule of thirds. If you break your piece down into thirds, I think I'm going to kind of showcase these three and then let them come up into this one that's about to bloom. So I'm going to have lots of purple on this side, then purple in my shadows, then blue and green down here, and we're going to bump the yellow along these lines and then let this sky be kind of a wild blue. Okay, so that's my plan. I'm going to come in right here, and I'm going to start by just making this kind of tall. It's like an ice cream cone or a carrot. It's kind of a carrot shape, but it's not sharp down here at the bottom. And then sitting inside of it is what I call a little Hershey kiss right before we get this bloom. It's almost a teardrop shape, and it has soft spines growing off of it, and this amazing shadow on the left-hand side. And maybe just a couple. Don't make too many marks, because when you're drawing for watercolor, you don't want to have too much pencil underneath your drawing. Okay, so that's going to be this guy right here. He's going to be our anchor. Right next to him, we have got another big sort of tall Hershey kiss shape, right? Almost just like a teardrop here. Maybe put in a couple. These are all the petals, right? Tucked in this tight bud. And then they're going to become this big, beautiful blossom. You can pull a little bit of that cone shape down to the base. And then see, it runs into this one. So we've got 1, 2, 3 blooms about to be right here. Come up into here, make some little soft soft guys there. Come down the line. There we go. This is all going to be in shadow. This is all going to be in shadow over here. There are some bright spines on here, but we'll see. We'll see. We've got this great arch right in between here. And then that arch carries us over into this side and down into this side. Then we see a little bit of another one right at the edge where you see those glochids at the base there kind of lined up. Then you see the ridge of the next one, and this is like a balloon, right? Growing off of being blown up by this other pad. And prickly pear grow ideally with the years, so that every year they get a new pad, but ours have been so crazy. We're in it's like spring again at our house. We have more prickly pear growing brand new. We have brand new pads today, which I'm just so surprised by. What's not really supposed to be happening. Okay, I'm not going to get into it, but climate change is real. Okay, here I'm going to put in the base of these needles just as little circles, and they make a polka dot pattern. So you go 2 and then 1 to get that kind of triangle, or if you see them more as a diamond, that's how they grow, is this little polka dot. Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, right? See here, 1, 1, 2. So you can either see them in diagonals like this, like lines, or you can see them as these kind of diamonds or triangles. However it makes sense to you, that's how you want to draw them. Right? You can see that little shape in there. This is going to allude to a little spine, and then we're going to get these fun, long cast shadows in there. This is going to be super dark. We don't have to worry about that. Let's make this little archway from this one over. Ooh. So I'm really kind of cropping in like, like I'm going to crop some of this side off here. This guy is this guy. And then we come up. If you're like, hey, Corinne, I don't love drawing. I'm not like a really good drawer. I thought we were going to be painting. You can actually do all of this drawing with your brush. And I can show you how to do that. I have found that for these recorded classes and these live online classes, when I am drawing for the camera, if I draw with watercolor, it is basically invisible. So I need to have something with a little bit more contrast, which is why I'm drawing with a 4B pencil. Not my choice. If I was alone right now doing this, and I mean, I technically am alone right now doing this, but I would not be drawing with a 4B pencil. I would just be drawing with my watercolor, and we can talk. We can talk about that. Here we've got another little Hershey Kiss friend. You can see here that these spines on the edge, they're going to open up, right? They're going to become this kind of spiny base and release these beautiful, look at these beautiful petals. Oh my gosh, can you sneak that in across the top? Did you draw as big as I did? Sorry about that. If you wanted that big blue sky, I just want this. I want this little, like, there we go. I just did this little one right here. And we can even put some little palm trees back here, because that's really fun to play with that scale. A palm tree is like a little firework, where it's just exploded in the sky, and you see that those sparks kind of flying out and falling. That gravity is bringing them down. So when you draw a little palm like this. Not a fan palm, but a date palm. These are date palms back here. You can just draw that little firework back there. Oh man, you could get lost in these little spines. Just make a couple. Just make 3 to 5. We don't need them all in there. You want to add them all, that is on your own time. We can, that's like one, right? With your brush, you can just go chum, 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 chum. Make them happen really fast. Here we go. Here's one more little bud, and then another one. And my last one, I'm not even going to get on there. So let this one kind of crop off the edge so that you have a nice entry into your composition. Let it come down this way. Let this one come this way so you get that negative space of that triangle between the two of them. That will be lovely. Don't think too much. There we go. There we go. Boom. You can just fill this in with another one that's in the background if you'd like. That's just going to be color. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. See? So you can make them either these triangles, or if you see them as diamonds, or just polka dots in there. We're going to drop those little glow kids in there. Boom, boom. I want one here and one here. Then when I come down into this one, they're really close when they grow up around the buds. And down the edge, they grow in more of an oval, right? They're kind of being spread out there. They're sort of a circle inside of an oval. And then you just kind of start one. So then let's say that one goes there. Let's make one here. Let's make one here. Let's make one here. Let's make one here. So this is how I'm seeing them in my head. Yeah? I hope that makes sense. Boom, 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 boom. You can always add another one. Nobody's going to challenge you on that. This is like where we get that amazing cast shadow down here and those spikes. And we get a little break in that cast shadow. And this is going to be this nice place where this is light and all of this is dark. Okay. So that's our drawing. We're not going to do any more than that. And if you already had picked up the 4B when I picked up the 4B, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to erase a little bit so that we don't have too much graphite on here. But this is going to be our overall composition, and this is the only drawing we are doing today in class. I am guilty of trying to load up way too much work on you guys, so this is just a quick one, right? Just one thing that we can focus on. Okay, so get this drawing to the place that you want it, and then when you're ready to, if you need to remove a little bit of graphite, this is the trick. This is the new trick. You take a kneaded eraser and you make it into a coil, right? Like this, and then you just roll it on your drawing and it lifts up any excess graphite. Oh my gosh, how much do I love this new trick. This I just learned from Alex Hilkertz, who has an amazing class on Domestica. He's on the cover of Watercolor Artist magazine this month. He's amazing. So just anywhere where you had too much, and if you just got rid of too much and you want to have a couple little lines back in there, you can. Or if you made 5 lines to get something right, you can kind of erase those now. Okay? I think we're going to have a beautiful composition today. I'm so excited. Oh, look at these. I'm going to put these in as just like markers right now because I think getting this shadow with these long spines in here and this cast shadow here is also going to be fun. We can talk about this stuff right in here, that cast shadow. Oh, so good. Okay, I have to stop. All right, I can't wait to see your drawings. Hope you're doing well. Bye.